Hello and welcome back to a new world. Alright. We just finished this area and we are moving into the new zone, Everfall. There's some multiple quests we can pick up. I'm still not sure about which faction we will choose. Maybe that will be explained to us in the main quest. We'll see. It's not like I want to be running with a PvP flag on anyways. Riker, Follow Hill Farm should have what we are looking for. Food for the masses, not just the elite. Be wary of the wolves and you should be just fine. I wonder what happened to Riker. Upon closer inspection, there is a bloodstain on the note and the sound of wolves howling in the distance. Except. Alright. Alright. Alright, that's the third wolf over there. And we have the pack as well. The obelisks left behind by the ancients seem to have multiple functions, drawing power and using that power for some defensive purpose. I've recorded two particular tower of interest, Orion and Draco. This looks promising. I spot a few hasty sketches in the margins which appear to be diagrams of small ancient devices. This WH might provide a decent reward for returning their notes and finding a few devices. Except. Alright, let's go do this one first, since we are already going that way anyways. And then we can turn around and do the other stuff. That seems like a city, yeah.
I, Gilgamesh, do solemnly vow under the radiance of the sun and the luminescence of the stars, in the presence of the gods, to serve as an Amara, the blessed inheritor of the eternal fire.
Okay.
I vow to be both noble and true, to heed the divine voice, and to aid my people against all hardships and foes. I also swear on my bonded soul to ease the world's pain and to fulfill my sworn obligations regardless of the price.
Victory. No might of sword, no conviction will keep you from me.
I give my breath to the winds, my strength to the lands, and my spirit to the firmament, that it rain down into the blessed earth and the depths of the waters, to seal my oath for all time and for all those who would follow in my path.
I still need to kill more guardians. Alright, this guy counts. Both of them do, even that one. Alright. Let's wait for this one. Six, 7, 8. Well, I imagine the kinds of people you run into the roads around here, but you're looking a little haggard. If you don't mind me saying so, an eventful journey, have you? Please don't tell me the voice acting is actually gone. Oh my god. Thought I heard scuffling in those ruins. I was thinking there might be some treasure in there. But you don't look like you found something. You look like you're still searching. Yes. Did you see an old man? Now that you mention it, there was an old codger a few paces back. They've got a proper city in that direction. I'll be going back soon enough, but if you want to go after this geezer, go that way, and just ask around town. Okay. I don't know if I want to do that faction, but I want to go here, to the Circle of Stars. I really hope they just didn't, you know, abandon the voice acting after the first area. We were like, oh yeah, people already played 2 hours, they cannot refund anymore. We'll just stop with the quality. That's how many games operate these days. Get the best stuff in the first 2 hours and then just make the same shit for the rest of the playthrough. Okay, that was close. I don't know which faction I should go for, honestly. Let's just not worry about it yet.
Boy, you're not Riker. Better looking than that old horse-faced lout you are. But look at what you bring. The people of this settlement need this food more than ever. You've done us a great turn, getting more sustenance into the settlement. The gap between the rich and the poor grows steady here in Everfall. As for the rich, though, the noble families.
Who are the noble families?
There's old money, the Publius, Sharma and Ayad families. And then there's new money with the Sacco and O families. They run this town with their coin and have plenty to spare.
So how do we get them to spare it?
Well, the rich fancy their fashions. The finer the better. The hides of midnight wolves are highly prized. If you could acquire some from their den, I could turn them into fine coats. We'd share the profits, of course.
Accept. What does it mean, the how are you today? Fortune's favor. Let's just wait here, see if anything happens once it reaches the max. I'm quite confused, so... I did. Okay. Let's
Welcome to the
register here.
Always a colourful place to be. You're here to check in. Be my guest. Haha, literally.
Yes, I want to check in here.
No. More lilting. Oh, perhaps with a key change. No. Let it breathe. You caught me unawares. How may I be of assistance?
Sorry, I overheard your humming.
Alas, I should have chosen a more private locale for this. Could you kindly forget what you saw and heard? My mistress would be quite irate if she learned I've been sneaking away to work on such a frivolous pursuit.
That's unfair. You should explore your passion.
If only my duty to my mistress did not prevent it. To be free of her, I must earn another patron. To complete my greatest work, I first need to hear it aloud, which means I must select an instrument. Can you play?
Fairly well. How can I help?
Excellent. I have a guitar in my possession, but there may be a more fitting instrument for my work. The townsfolk have instruments we can borrow. Would you be so kind as to procure a handful and play them for me?
Accept. Alright.
Fine day, is it not? The autumnal splendor of Everfall is always on full display. Stay a while, enjoy the scenery, and be sure to buy a drink at the tavern.
Do you have an instrument I can borrow?
Well, now, that is a most curious request. Are you a lover of music? An artisan, perhaps? It so happens that I carry a flute, should I be in a musical mood. As long as you solemnly swear to return it, you may borrow it.
Okay. There's a lot of quests in this place. I'll have to walk around.
Have you come to report a crime? I believe my guard captain, Frank, is better suited to handle the situation.
Actually, can I borrow that upright bass?
It is quite heavy. I would hate for you to hurt yourself. But I suppose the moon and planets are aligned in a way that suggests better luck. Yes, you may. Return it in a timely manner, please.
Alright, I need to go to settings. For some reason the voice chat is working and I don't want the voice chat to work. Where do I disable that? Come on. Voice chat. Social? Yeah, you can't hear this voice chat, so that's good at least, but... Disabled. There we go. So we got that. We have more quests. Hello. Step right up, step right up. For a showdown you will never forget. Two teams enter, and after a clash of skill and brutality, a team emerges victorious. Are you courageous enough to brave the arena? What is the arena? What is the arena? Why is it in the grand tradition of my motherland of Rome? It is a battle spectacular of two teams going head to head in a combat. It requires skill, coordination, and an unshakable mettle to participate. How do I participate? Enter the arena. You can open your map and use modes to sign up for arena grounds. So what do you say? Are you ready to fight with guts and glory for honor and fame? Enter arena. Yeah, okay, sure. So modes on the map. Where do you see that? I'm on the map. I don't see modes anywhere. Here. Play. Okay. Let's see what's the chance we find any arena. Would be nice.
You don't look like an antiquarian. What business could you possibly have with... Egads, my notes! And you're carrying some of those peculiar ancient devices. Does this mean you visited the towers yourself?
Yep.
Since you are clearly no ordinary muscle for hire, would you be interested in collaborating with me? Think about the possibilities. Your brawn, my brain, and a host of mysteries to solve.
I don't want to write papers.
Perish the thought. You'll handle anything in the field. We will both be credited on any works I write. And of course, you will be compensated with coin and any items that are irrelevant to my studies.
You mean anything I find I loot?
I'm glad we have an understanding. Now, we will begin further field exploration with towers Perseus and Lupus. The towers are named for constellations associated with ferocity and martial might. Be on your guard.
Sept. Alright. Anything else we can do in the city? Like this one, how does that work? Which faction is it even?
Slide on over, friend. You look like one of them marauder types. Like adventure? Maybe a bit of a scrap, eh? How about weapons and riches? How'd you like a little tip from old Tibbs? Oh, I've got something perfect for a new arrival.
Alright, maybe? I don't know. Is that what they want to do? Okay, let's think about it. Which one would we actually choose? Is there anything in-game explaining the three factions? Maybe in the journal? Documents? These are just tales, guides, PvP, war, nothing about factions here. You will get faction missions. I don't know which faction I want to go for. This is hard. Okay, I see how it is. Well then, let me quickly check. Right? That would be the best. New World factions. So, Syndicate, our secretive organization, boundless goal and intellect in search of forbidden knowledge to usher a new age of enlightenment. Covenant is fanatical order that charged itself with cleansing the land of heretics and defilers, so that its true holy nature can flourish, and it's literally fucking Christians. Okay, and Marauders, A ruthless military force bent on establishing free nation where anyone with the strength can prosper and profit. Yeah, I'm joining Marauders. Well, that was easy. Let's go.
Slide on over, friend. You look like one of them marauder types. Like adventure? Maybe a bit of a scrap, eh? How about weapons and riches? How'd you like a little tip from old Tibbs? Oh, I've got something perfect for a new arrival.
Alright, you've got my attention.
Ah, that's the spirit. Northwest's a fort filled with unbelievable wonders. Need odd things to get inside. Magic, you see. Ears from the soulless lost. A ring from a knight. Grab that lot from Lugdenham Fields and meet me there.
Accept. Alright, we have another quest 100 meters from here. Talk to the guardsman.
Something to report? I'm only allowed to deal with minor public disturbances. For any mercantile disputes, you'll have to plead your case with one of the noble families.
Actually, I'm looking for someone.
Aren't we all? But information is power here. What you know, who you know, it could get you thrown down a hole somewhere. If you are determined, look for Sarah. She knows things, whether she admits it or not.
Okay. Sarah Yagandel. The arena's kinda not loading. That's sad.
Try not to look so lost, lamb. It attracts pickpockets. No, don't go clutching your valuables either. That's even worse.
The guard said you could help me find someone.
Did he? I'll have to give him a talking to. Gossip is more valuable than gold in this town. But I'll give you this tip for free. If you're looking for someone recent, speak to the butler, Atticus. He knows everyone.
Okay. It's the butler. Is in here. Alright.
If you're looking for my proprietors, I am afraid they are not taking appointments today. Unless there is something else I can assist you with.
I'm looking for an old fisherman named Dionas.
Can't say that name sparks any torches. Perhaps he was just passing through. If that's the case, I'd ask Guard Captain Dubois. He keeps his eye on who's coming and going.
Oh my god.
If you've come to grease my palms about the permit, demand my aid in a petty squabble, or accuse me of some insane crimes and move along, I am afraid I am very busy today.
I'm just looking for an old fisherman. The old man Jonas, right? Yeah, he passes through often, always raving about corruption. He lives outside the walls in a cabin to the east. Be careful if you're headed that way, or at least don't say I didn't warn you. Okay.
Ah, the old man Jonas, right? Yes,
Yeah.
he passes through often, always
Now he says it.
raving about corruption. He lives outside the walls, in a cabin to the east. Be careful if you're headed that way, or at least don't say I didn't warn you.
I will be careful.
Hold a moment. You look like someone who's handy with a weapon. I keep an eye out for such talents. If your allegiance hasn't already been claimed, there are those who'd like to change that.
Allegiance to whom?
Well, towns are always looking for able-bodied workers. Got a town board for that. But if you know how to fight, well, then you could join up with one of the factions.
What factions?
Well, the Covenant, Marauders, and Syndicate are the heavy hitters these days, always vying for influence. You'll find agents of all three in town, or not far. I talked to them. Neutrality doesn't offer many perks, you know?
Accept. Alright, Covenant, Marauders. Oh, they are in 3 different spots, I see. Well, let's go. I want to join the Marauders for sure, so it doesn't matter.
Please come. You look well equipped, and the Syndicate could pay you for your time. I see that you are new to the island. Aid me, and perhaps I can shine some light on the darkness.
Nope. Alright, and then we have the second and the third quest. Let's just do it as we move through the city. Still need to borrow the mandolin. Investigate its tower, go to the city, and then do the rest. Looks like the arena's going nowhere, so let's leave the queue. And let's also... where's the quest journal? Let's unpin the quest. Okay, that's done.
Oi, won't get far loitering around here with these lamps. Look, you get the mirrors, and I promise I'll show you something. You know what they all say.
Alright, how do we climb up? Maybe here? That works. There we go. Guess I have to examine it myself. That's quite alright.
Greetings, traveler. You have the air of one new to Aeternum, so I pray the fires of hope still burn within your heart. I have taken on a daunting quest to bring aid to the needy, but I am the one now in need of assistance.
That's funny. What does that have to do with me?
You look a bit worse for wear. I do apologize for sending you in blind. I had no luck finding any records of either Perseus or Lupus, aside from some useless myths about celestial wolves. Let us assume that the ancients were not wasteful in what they built. Here's a tentative hypothesis. The towers only function when they are activated. The Guardians merely deter intruders from tampering with them.
Any idea how to activate them?
Not particularly. I confess that at this point you have more practical experience with the towers than I do. I may need to promote you to co-author of my thesis at this rate.
Alright. So, where are we going? There's another one, there's two. There's the Marauder quest that way. Guess we're going that way anyways. Might as well. Yeah, why not? Let's go. All right. I need to find the lost knight. Maybe in that building.
Oh, that looks like a bag of ears to me. You can leave that there. Now, show us the ring. Oh, well done. You've got a strong stomach and bravado. I got an eye for it, I do. Climb the steps and talk to Gladiator Strudaya.
Tib spoke of you. He's odd, but fearless. He has a unique notion of what constitutes honor. But he's a sharp fighter, keeps his enemies off guard. Individual freedom is as important to a marauder as honor and glory.
Tell me more about the Marauders.
We Marauders are a band of warriors united, seeking glory and honor in battle. If you have the spine to stand with us, we may help you to know yourself, both your potential and your limitations. Tibbs is your guide for now.
Don't give me that look. This place is full of wonders. Look at me looking at you, huh? The Marauders are my kind of soldiers, see? Family now. And I think you should join our crew. Now, how about another tip from Tibbs?
You mean like your first tip?
No, don't be like that. Had to put you to a little test, didn't I? Or Strudaya would chew you up and spit you out. She's a tougher sort. Here now, let's be friends. Have a reward for putting up with me. Look, I like you, mate. And I know what Strudaya has cooking for the new recruits. And if you're keen, you could start off with a bang. Short trip, little warm-up, huh? Better loot than Lugdenham to boot.
Say ears one more time.
Oh, no. Though it is lost again.
Yes, please.
Pirates round here, always a pain in our side. Tracked some of them down yesterday. Northeast, hiding like rats. Fight 'em, plunder 'em, burn their claim, and take their boom.
All right. Okay. How the fuck do I get down? There we go. Oh no. Right, that's fine.
Who are you? You have a dangerous look about you. If you think I'll be easy prey, you're sadly mistaken. Go ahead, make your move.
Oh, easy. You seem a bit jumpy.
Out here, that's a critical trait, lest you wind up corrupted or lost. And don't try to tell me a settlement would be safer. I'll not be trusting my fate to some bumbling constable.
So you're living out here instead?
I am, or at least I was. The keep up the road, Stonereach was my home until these swine-loving soldiers showed up. Don't recognize their banners, don't know who they are or why they're here, but I want them out.
Anything I can do to help?
A mercenary, are you? I knew it. Fine. Go to the keep and learn what you can. Feel free to leave none alive. They've got a camp to the west too. I'm headed to scout that out. Meet me there when you've dealt with these louts.
Accept. Okay. Can I just... Sure. New piece of jewelry or health. He wants me to go there? That's quite far. I'm not doing that right now. Gonna worry about that later. So fucking far from here as well. Okay, there's another quest.
You, there. Ever been mauled? Death escapes us on this island, so why not go up against a bear? Can you prove yourself tough enough to withstand the razor-sharp teeth and claws of a killer?
Have you ever been mauled?
Almost every day. It's a great way to wake yourself up, squaring up with a fuzzy behemoth of nature. Doesn't even hurt after a while. All I can feel when I bring a beast down is the sting of victory.
Why not? Where's the nearest bar?
Yes, that's the spirit. There is one who patrols
not
the
bar bear.
territory northwest of here, and he's a fearsome bugger. So what are you waiting for? Get out there and have the battle of your immortal life.
Accept. Alright. Defeat the Grizzlemaw. Guessing he's supposed to be here, but he's not, so... What do I do about that, huh? Oh no, he just killed him, didn't he? Come on, bear. Alright, fuck it. He's not here. I check it out later, but right now he's not there. But I kind of want to fight it. Wait. It's a ram. Yeah, stuff is respawning now though, so I might wait a bit. Let's do some skinning. I'm sure there's gonna be another quest pointing me in this direction. That might be back by then. Because that is not respawning. I'll have to go for the other banner later. That's fine. Alright, yeah, it's telling me to go back now. Perfect. Now I can check the bear again. Maybe it's back, maybe it's not. Who knows? Is there a quick way to recall? No, I would have to die and stuff. That's just too much work. Alright, there's no Mr. Bear. Maybe this is blocking the spawn points. Who knows? Kinda dumb, I'm not gonna lie. There must be a way up, but I guess I have to go around. Fine. Let's unpin it for now. If I ever go around, I might do it. Same with the dungeon, I guess. I don't need to have it pinned. That way it's not gonna be blocking my way. Right, let's get our overpowered helmet.
Oh, someone's got a mess of booty. Hope you gave those blackheads a good walloping. How's the prize? 10% for me then, huh? Fee tax and all?
These were heavy.
A little manual labor's good for you. Now just remember where you're off to next. Real rough ones always resurrect, eh? Need a more permanent answer. Plant those barrels near the inner bulwarks, then run like hell. You've made it this far, mate, and I can tell you'll fit right in. Strudaya wants to test your mettle if you're gonna join us. Swing some steel, blow those bombs. It'll be over in a flash. Recruitment procedures, you see.
Sounds like my kind of test.
Ho, there it is. Those bombs ain't the only things with spark. Now, go talk to Gladiator Strudaya and show the Marauders what you've got.
Good. Stand before me. You have fought boldly so far. Should you wish to join our ranks, I have one final test of strength and skill. It is time. Let us begin.
Complete.
When the Varangians first snuck up the cliffs and took Stone Keep, I thought them worthy opponents. Now they attack those weaker than them and forfeit any honor. What about you? Would you bleed for the Marauders' cause?
I would fight for glory.
The Varangians have begun to take some of our members prisoner. No Marauder lets their brethren stay in chains. Free the imprisoned recruits who were less fortunate, and take the Varangian knights down a peg. Make them feel our wrath.
Okay. They are sending me where I already was last time. Okay, fine. That's on me though. I went there for no reason.
Your path, not yours. And stay as mine.
Alright, I have to go around.
Yes.
Alright, let's turn this quest in and then we can be marauders for life.
This band of warriors could do well if they seized their true potential. Treasure, wealth, power, all things you could offer if you would join us.
Those who would risk themselves to save their comrades are always welcome in the Marauders. We always stand together, always look after our own. Now, I know I can trust you in battle.
Nobody deserves to be a Varangian captive.
Your little addendum to your mission was noted. That's the third message Tibbs has sent. He's an acquired taste, but a loyal and trustworthy ally. Should you wish to join us, Snakes can enter you into our charters. The Syndicate, the Covenant, neither suits a combatant of your temperament. Join our ranks and become a warrior of legend in these eternal lands.
Alright, where would I enlist?
This is good to hear. I would be honored to fight beside you in the battles ahead. I've already spoken with Snakes. Go to him, and he will enter you into our charters.
Accept.
From the first we knew you were one of us. It's in the way you carry yourself, you see? Stradiah has vouched for your valor, so it's time. Pledge our oaths and join our ranks. The choice is yours.
I've decided. I want to join the Marauders. Nice, heavy armors. Yeah, I like that. Join. You will only be able to join a company with players of the same faction. Yeah. Before joining, you might want to double check faction choices for your friends. It's not permanent, but I can change it from the screen once. After that, you can change it again after 60 days. Yes.
Hail, warrior! You are a credit to our ranks. Do you seek more glory? Look no further. Missions are available here and anywhere else our banner flies. I also have arms and armor if you need. Hail, warrior! You are a credit
Okay,
to
faction
our ranks.
board.
Do you seek more glory? Look no further. Missions are available here and anywhere else our banner flies. I also have arms and armor if you need.
So, can I buy stuff? Something nice, you know? Gladiator? Oh yeah, these are the ranks. So to be able to buy a blue stuff, I need to be at least a gladiator. Do you have a great sword? Not that I can see. There's one. You need to be a destroyer, which is very far away. Seems nice. Alright. I'm not gonna worry about this yet. Did the other quests disappear now? They are there, but I don't want to join them, so it's whatever. This one's smaller for some reason now. It's fine. Okay, I guess let's go back to the inn, and then we can go the other ways. Oh no, we need to earn faction reputation to face the trial for your next rank. How much do we need?
Warrior, you are a credit to our ranks.
Need 3,000
You seek more
reputation.
glory? Look no further. Missions are available here and anywhere else our banner flies. I also have arms and armor if you need.
I'll just start these 3. Why not? So this territory is controlled by the Syndicate, that's why I don't want to go PvP. But different ones are maybe by different factions. Yeah, this one is by the Covenant. Syndicate, I don't see Marauders anywhere. Oh, here. Yeah. And that's the high quality 60 plus area, so I did choose correctly, I think. Either way, where can we go? Some of these are very far. Okay, let's do this one then. Yeah, unlock the fast travel, go further. Do that quest, then TP back to the city. Do this one, I guess. I don't know why this wasn't pinned. Yeah, let's go like that. Oh, I can only pin few of these. Alright, that's why it wasn't pinned. So let's unpin this one then for now, and pin this. We'll start with that. Let's do the bear. See if it's there. If it's not, let's keep going. And yeah. Like, it's a side quest. I don't have to worry about it too much. It's just annoying that it doesn't work, right? No bear here. Alright, let's cancel it. I think the main quest is gonna take us here next. That's alright. I'm not even in there yet. I'm gaining corruption slowly. What's gonna happen once I reach it? Oh, it's inside, okay. Two more chests. I know there's one more I didn't get up there, but maybe we can find them here as well. I'll just do it later. Let's just recall for now. Maybe I can even deliver it in the city. There we go. Yeah.
I salute you, fellow marauder. We will never give up the fight, and in the end, we will emerge victorious.
Okay. But it's like further down that way. Also have this, which is like... let me just remove that, I think. It's way too far. Yeah, way too fucking far. Let's spin this one instead. I have way too many quests, I can't pin them all, that's annoying. Alright, let's do what we can. Something in this one, return to Delphi. Need to get rid of my quests quickly.
A guitar may very well be suitable, but
Play
I
mandolin.
know the true voice of my work when I hear it. As for the instruments, I suggest you start with Magistrate Clark. He is a known lover of music. There it is. The flute produces the most whimsical sound. I can elicit soul-stirring melodies from such an instrument. Yes, this will do nicely. You hold on to it for now. We will return it later, along with the rest. Ah, there you are. My magnum opus is complete. I shall call it Winds of Autumn. Now, I must ensure it is heard far and wide. Without popular excitement, I will never gain the favor of a suitable patron.
Where will you play?
I cannot be the one to deliver my work unto the world. To gain a reputation for being a great composer, we must create the impression that my music has spread far and wide. In this business, as in many others, reputation is everything.
So this is where I come in.
Very astute. I would like you to play the part of a traveling bard. Find individuals of influence throughout the town and play my melody before them. Ensure that you mention my pen name, Composer Marseilles.
Alright. So how do you practice this song? How do you play music? Tell me that much. 5, okay. Alright, song selection. My New Home, is that it? No. Wait, which one is it? Winds of Autumn. Alright.
Ah, I see you have my flute. Do you mean to awe me with a song? I will always make time for pleasant music. Oh, it gives me great joy. Do proceed.
Play for him, huh?
My. To whom do I owe this wondrous experience?
A composer by the name of Marseilles.
I will remember that name. Do convey my appreciation for this work should you meet again. Oh, you simply must share this with Captain Dubois. You will find him near the Governor's Hall. Oh, and keep the flute. My treat.
Overheard a melody floating on the wind. I confess, I'm not much of an arts myself. My hands can do little more than bear a weapon, but I can appreciate mastery when I hear it. Will you play it again for me? It is even more stirring with you before me. Where did you come by this song? Did you compose it? I'll learn it from a composer named Marcia.
Oh, they must be prolific indeed, if their work can stand out so in a city like ours. Ah, Constable Misha will want to hear this. She takes delight in introducing rising talent to the gentry. Many consider it a favor.
Was that the lilting of a flute I heard? Yes, I do have a sharp ear. If your work is of such quality, I know several individuals who would be delighted to learn your name. Play for me? Yes, this is exactly what this town needs. I shall ensure your name is spoken far and wide. When you earn yourself a patron, do remember who helped you grow your career.
Marsalis is the composer, not me.
Ah, a bard then. How kind of you to bring this melody to us. I shall ensure that Marcius receives proper recognition. Do be sure to inform them of my generosity. Now, you must play for the masses. To the tavern with you.
Alright. Let's do it.
Good. I could use someone to liven up the place a bit. Take your place by the fire, love.
Okay.
Oh, a shame the usual crowd wasn't here to enjoy that. But I'll be singing your praises. I hope you can come back and play another night.
I'll let composer Marsalis know.
Is that their name? I'll be sure to ask other bards if they know any of Marcius's songs. I appreciate you breaking up the quiet with that bit of joy.
How did it go? Did they like it? Did their eyes shine? Perhaps shed a tear? I wish I could have seen their reactions for myself, but there are more important things. Did it make an impact? Is there now a reputation I must uphold?
I would say so. They love the song.
What a relief. Even though I find great joy in composing, there is always a moment where I feel I am simply a butler and nothing more. I will approach Mistress Sockham now, I think. Maybe she will offer to sponsor my music. This is terrible, my friend. I heard that my mistress was interested in backing my pen name and revealed to her that it was me. I had expected... At any rate, my pay has been docked, and I am not to speak of it again.
That seems harsh. What are you going to do?
Find a patron without her, obviously. She does not own me. I did some sleuthing and discovered that the O family recently lost a musician in their employ. If we tread carefully, I can present myself to the patriarch.
Do you know how to get an audience?
One never approaches a noble personage without an introduction. There are only a handful of people who can arrange one. We need to find out who they are. Start with their maid, Sarah. She always has her ear to the ground.
Which way? That way.
You got that look on your face. You know the one. Preparing to ask for something that's above your station. Well, get on with it.
Can you help me meet with your employer?
Lord Shen is particular about his company. You might be a bit too dusty to garner the right kind of attention. Luckily, Atticus is not. Don't act surprised. I know what you're after. I can help you both for a price. In fact, I have a list.
Alright. Okay, let's cancel these two quests. They are just annoying me anyways. I'll just do them when I have time, you know. Pen the main quests. Except for this one. That one I don't have to worry about. That one I don't have to worry about either. This one I will keep for now. So that's pretty much it. Cool. Anything else in this town? Yes. Gathering speed increased by 75% for 60 minutes. That's pretty good. It's a cool song.
Do you have the items I requested? Hand them over and I'll evaluate how you've done.
Taking care of your errands.
And I trust the parcel was delivered to the correct address. Good. A courier will seek out Atticus with an invitation. He is not to be late. He must be well dressed and carry himself as a musician, not a butler. Understood?
Yep.
I detect triumph in your demeanor. I do not know what you had to do to secure this opportunity for me, but I suspect victory is close at hand. And now, we wait.
Alright, we're done with this, finally. Alright, let's get rid of this, equip the new instruments. Honey and biscuits, huh? Okay, this needs to go to storage soon. Quite heavy right now anyways. Let's see, is there something we can sell? That like wouldn't give me anything. I don't even know if it's worth it for that price. Yeah, it's not worth anything. I'll rather storage it than sell it, to be honest. Actually, no, let's just put all of it there. Then with the iron. What's still taking so much weight? All of these. Yes, that's fine. Oh wait, you can actually take them? That's cool. You could not do that before. Now we can check everything. So you can have quite a lot of these. Ah, new quest. Never mind. Just showing as a new quest, but it's not actually there. Let's start with this one then. I am checked in. This message is glitched. I remember this quest from the base game. You had to slay 11 of them. Now it's 3. Oh, I need quality first, that's the difference. Okay. I think that's the quest for the other faction, maybe. Seems possible. Let's see if we can jump this. Nice. Are you kidding me? I thought it's gonna drain my health one by one, not just kill me outright. Okay, fine. My bad. Maybe it's gonna send me there again, to the wolf place.
Just feel how plush these pelts are. They're bloody perfect. The noble families will be happy as a rabbit in a carrot field. Nice doing business with you, friend.
Never mind. Alright. Let's go then. Finally finish this fishing quest. It was level 10. Wait, I don't want that, I want weapon mastery, right. Yeah. Okay. I also wanted to apply the skin, so we will be doing that shortly.
caught these fish yourself? Shields was right to send you in my direction to continue your training. I've got so much to teach you. Hi there. I'm Master Fisher Ruby. Are you new to fishing?
Yes, Master Fisher, she'll send me to you.
In freshwater, the more common baits you can acquire are snails, and in ocean water, clams. My colleague in First Light, Master Fisher Clemenson, would greatly appreciate this ocean water bait being delivered to her.
Why am I fishing for Master Fisher?
Don't tell her I said this, but she's been having some trouble getting bites lately.
Master Fisher, huh? Where would you even find salt water? Here? I don't want to do that right now. But we need to go back to her again? No, we need to go to Dallas. Okay, so I'll unpin it. And once we catch the saltwater clam, then I'll worry about it. Wait, I unpinned the wrong quest. No?
I would ask you to walk softly, but the fish are already wise to me. Travel on, stranger. Continue your journey, traveler. The fish have grown clever here. But you are familiar. Two voices, one mind. Yes, we've spoken before. What brings you to my hover?
You abandoned me at the ruins.
Oh? Did I abandon you, or did I just walk ahead? I walk a great deal, you know, and sometimes my memories stay behind. I recall a path you started to follow, but it was one I've already trodden.
So you were a soul warden?
Me? A soul warden? No, that could not be. It is such a pretentious sounding name. And the soul wardens are all gone, lost, corrupted, who knows? There is a tower not far. Go get your answers there, for I have none left.
Okay. There's a new door request.
I've gone and spoiled everything. Absolutely everything with my clumsiness. Have you also come to laugh at me?
No. Who's laughing at you?
Everyone. After what I've done? In my clumsiness, I knocked over and shattered Grandmother's favorite vase. It was irreplaceable. A family heirloom from the old world. Now, I'm all alone.
Alone?
My family cannot tolerate such a misstep. They sent me to get something of equal value or to never return home again. There might be valuable relics in Arcturus, but I'm scared to death of the Guardians. Can you help?
Sure. Alright, let's do the tower, and yeah, this is where I died. Fucking hell, I was so close as well. Well, if I knew that. You can't swim. Maybe I can't swim because I'm heavy? I don't think you just can't swim at all. Maybe I should equip these. Now they have 0 weight, so it doesn't matter. That's nice. Okay, now I'm medium instead of heavy. How the fuck do I get up? But I definitely need to change the armor. Look what I'm wearing. Okay. The main quest is gonna send me there anyway, so we can do the tower here. Alright, let's do the skin quickly. Change skin. I want the one with the cape. Where is it? Not bad either. That one's also cool. But I want that one. Death Beckoning it's called, okay. Let's see if it has any gloves as well, without skin. Death Beckoning. Yeah. Perfect. What about shoes? Death Beckoning. And pants? Now, do I like the helmet? That's the question. Or do I just go no helmet at all? I don't even think it has Death Beckoning helmet. Yeah, it doesn't. I mean, this one kind of fits, but I'd rather go without it. Even that is literally better. Alright, let's go. This looks nice. Except for the fucking tiger pants. Why? Fine. I wonder if you can dye it. Let's see. Oh, you can. Oh no, you can only dye the face, not the skin. I really like the cape, but I don't want the fucking whatever.
History is filled with the stories of those who resisted the call. Stories of failure and doom.
We have fallen back to the tower. On all sides, the corrupted come for us. Our lines of defense are broken. Our compatriots flee. Those who cover the distance have come to this ancient place seeking shelter. We are preparing fortifications. We will make our stand here. I do not think it will be enough. They have broken through. We no longer have means of escape, but we were able to seal the upper floors of the tower. Even now I can hear them battering against our barrier. We have rationed our food and supplies, our weapons. They will not last much longer. The Sword Wardens search my face for composure. I cannot save them, but I will not show them my despair. Supplies are exhausted. The tower shudders under their assault. There is nowhere else to go. Soon, they will ascend the stair, and all will be lost. They beg me to run, to preserve the Order's future.
Oh, you barely take any fall damage.
Last soul warden. I will not abandon my post.
I fucking hate that. And why does it change that skin? It looks so good, but at the same time so fucking terrible. If anything else with a cloak? Is there anything in the store with a fucking cloak? That one's not bad. But it's not what I want. Okay. If it was red. I'll go with the red edge skin. That one looks good enough. Doesn't have a cloak, but fine. No. I'll look into this later.
Look at that! What a beauty! This will definitely get me back in grandmother's good graces. You've saved my life, friend. But on second thought, I should make certain this is what I think it is.
Okay. Don't be mad at me. I just don't know. You. Let's go with you. Yeah, that's better.
Again you return. Again that expectant look on your face. What misery do you bring to me? What answers did the tower provide?
The Soul Wardens are all gone, except for you.
See. They clamor. The ghosts. Begging me to remember. I see failure. I see a crushing final defeat. Oh, my friend. I believe your hope is long gone from this world.
Complete.
I truly am the last. All that the Order was, all that it will be in this decaying mind of mine. You've rested your faith in me, but it is unfounded, and there is nowhere else you will find the strength you seek to leverage.
What if I become a Soul Warden?
That is a terrible idea. The process required to harden one's soul against corruption demands a sacrifice. You cannot imagine. The days of the Soul Wardens are done with, and I have a great deal of fishing to do.
Please, I need your help.
Even if you were to pursue such a foolish notion, you would need to forge a weapon capable of combating corruption. And that would be difficult indeed. The angry earth is no longer generous with its seeds of power.
There must be a way.
There was once a huntress in these parts, an unfriendly and elusive sort. She spoke on the angry earth's behalf. You might ask about her in Oxborough, but getting her to give you a living seed, well, don't say I didn't warn you.
Except...
Wait. Your very presence caused the towers to glow? Oh, there's no rhyme or reason to these damnable buildings. First, the defenders attack you, but then the towers respond to you? I struggle to make sense of it.
Well then, that's your problem, not mine. We're going back. Miner's Keepers, another quest up there. There. Okay, back to the inn. Yeah. New quest.
Look at this. The embossed wax seal, the heft of the paper. Even the ink is gilt in gold. Every detail screams affluence, and yet it is hardly overt. This letter summons me to Lord Shen's side.
Congratulations!
Thank you. My heart is all aflutter. Perhaps you could act as my associate and accompany me. I know this may be beneath you, but think of how it will reflect on the reputation we worked so hard to build.
Sure.
Marcius, or should I say Atticus, has told me a great deal about you. It seems I have you to thank for this auspicious meeting. I have decided to grant Atticus my esteemed patronage, but it comes with a condition.
And what might that be?
I cannot employ one who has already sworn to another. I must come to an acceptable arrangement with Lady Sako. It would wound her pride to surrender him to me. But I suppose that is the point. Ask her to name her price.
Alright.
knew it. It was you who spread those ridiculous rumors. You filled my darling Atticus's head with flights of fancy. And now look, he seeks to exit my employ.
Lord Shen wishes to negotiate with you.
He would. He knows what it would mean for him to woo my manservant. How it would stain the family name. He does it for his own pride, not for Atticus's sake. No, I will accept no offer.
Well, what is her price? I have deep pockets after all. But I am sure she will not part with him easily.
She refused to part with him at all.
How amusing. She thinks herself above temptation. Well, I can see that corrected. I prepared an initial offer. Deliver it to her if you would, and do not open it, or I shall have your head.
Are you intentionally trying to waste my time? I told you I will not part with my dear Atticus. Nothing from Lord Shen could possibly change my mind.
Lord Shen sent me with this.
Let me see it. Oh my. How grand. How generous. Perhaps he is not the fiend I thought. Oh, he has such lovely taste in parchment. What a lovely texture. With great regret and sorrow, I do accept his offer.
All right.
You return. Well, shall I deliver the good news to Atticus?
What did he offer her?
Impertinent. But I am in a pleasant mood. I will divulge. I gave her a handsome estate in Windsward and her pick of personal attendants. A balm to her wounded pride. And I can dismiss one of my more irksome charges.
Nice. Well then, that is a drummer set. So now we are fully good enough. Can I repair all? Yeah. Perfect. And I can learn a new music sheet. Do I care about any of these? Maybe the pants? Nah. Cool.
If you've come by any quality fairs, do know that I pay handsomely for the right pelts. Or did you come seeking fashion advice?
I'm looking for a huntress. Know of anyone?
The women here are not exactly the rugged sort, if you take my meaning. Though the ever so charming Tekla, Artificer Petrowski, may know, she is the sort that traipses around in the woods.
Alright. Sure. And for the final time, I'm gonna try to change my skin for something more worthy of a warrior. This one is so good. Except for the fucking, you know, rest of it. This is just a fucking Roman. I don't want a Roman. Fuck it. I'll try to get used to it. Because that cloak is just so fucking good.
You smell of perfume. Have you been to see Huntsman Lee? What does he want now?
He said he could help me find a huntress.
Oh, he did he? I've heard rumors about a strange woman who lives alone in the woods, but it smacks of gossip and folklore to me. Mayhaps there's someone who deals in gossip that could tell you more.
Okay. Oh, Grace O'Malley. She's here. That's a cool sword skin, not gonna lie. My hunch about this dawn was alright. Did you know the jewelers deal in gold plating? These pampered city folk truly can't tell the difference. But what have you been up to? Looking for a woman who lives in the forest. Well now, that's right strange. I was just hearing Tavern talk the other day about some wild woman in the wood. A ghost disappears when you look at her. Ask the captain of the scouts. I'll wager he knows something. So it seems just she is the one who lost the voice acting, which is sad. Really sad. One main character and you can't even dub him, you know.
I know a nose sniffing for information when I see one. I have certainly lived here long enough. Well, get on with it then. What do you want to know about?
A wild woman in the forest?
There's legends, and then there's truth. People talk nonsense. Say the huntress is part animal or some kind of spirit. She's actually just a recluse. Makes a shrine near the mines to the north her home. I'd look there.
Alright. Shrines in the north. Yeah, it's part way to the quest. Okay, well, let's not, you know, let's not bother ourselves traveling now. I would be ending in like 10 minutes anyways, so... yeah. Gotta get used to this stupid... you know, tiger pants. But other than that, this armor looks so fucking good. Maybe let's check if we can like change the bottom skin of these pants if it ever goes above it. Any of them, they don't. That's just stupid, honestly. Can we like dye this in a weird way or something? This is not dyeing the skin, that's the thing. I'll check if there's like an alternative for the same skin. Without the fucking weird pants. Because that would be fucking great. This one is glowing too much. If it was blue, maybe, but... I just don't see any other one with a cool cloak like that. Like I said, maybe this one. That's more of a... yeah, that's not a warrior's outfit. This one's actual warrior outfit, but it's not the one I'm going for. I'm not gonna be a necromancer or anything like that. This one's cool, but it's not a warrior outfit. Same with the Eugene one. This one has a cape, but it's fucking golden shit. Yeah, alright. I have to get used to it. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care. Bye bye.